Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel for episode number 42 of this Pentagon series. And to start things off today, we need to have a little bit of a chat. Obviously, if you've not seen last episode, I'm going to give you a split second now to go and find out what happened in that. But basically, spoilers from now on in, we qualified with Guarani FC for the Copa Libertadores last season by finishing 7th in the Brazilian league. Now, this is the first chance that I have had to be a club in the continental competition that we need to win in South America. However, an opportunity has come up, and I am no longer the manager of Guarani FC. We have a new club. We are still in Brazil. So then guys, here we are. I am no longer the manager of Guarani FC. If you recognize the logo, we are now the manager at Santos. This came about, I'm just going to put it up on the screen now. We had some interviews. We had the interview at Santos. I kind of recorded a little bit. I forgot to record the start, but we had an interview at Santos. Everything went pretty well. We had an interview at Sao Paulo as well. But we had the interview at Santos. We were then asked if we wanted to make any staff alterations at Santos. So it felt like we were going to get the job. We started the Sao Paulo State Championship campaign. And the best way for me to show you guys this is to flick over to Guarani FC. As you can see, if we go into Guarani's schedule, there we go. We started the season at Guarani with 2 wins in the Sao Paulo State Championship, a 4-1 and a 2-1. We beat Botafogo SP and then Sao Bento. And we were doing really well. We were making the additions that we wanted in terms of building that team at Guarani FC because, to be honest, it seemed like after we applied for the Santos and Sao Paulo jobs, there was just nothing for a long period of time. So I basically said, I cannot just sit here and do nothing. So we had to try and progress Guarani FC. And obviously we kickstarted things with a very good start. As you can see, Guarani FC are currently 3rd in the Sao Paulo State Championship. And Santos not really having the best start. 2 games in that so far. They drew one at... Actually, what am I doing? Let me just go into the schedule. So they played Bragantino and drew 1-1. And then they played in their second game and they lost 2-0 away in the Sao Paulo State Championship. It's just awful, guys. I don't really know what is going on with Santos. When you look at their squad and their players, they are far, far better than these results. So obviously, they made the change. I have been appointed from Guarani FC, so this is just going to be a little bit of an update episode. I'm going to talk you through Santos, talk you through my decision making as to why I took the Santos job over Guarani, and basically kind of explain myself, because a lot of people will be upset that I have left Guarani. We are at a massive, massive club in Brazil now, and basically, long story short, I just thought that Santos would give me a much better opportunity to win the Copa Libertadores. Despite being in there with Guarani, I understand that this is going to have to be another season in Brazil before we even qualify for that Continental Cup competition if we were to qualify this year. However, it's a really difficult one. I feel that Santos will give me a better opportunity, in short. Guarani's budget came in. It was okay. Wasn't anything spectacular. And if we go over to the finances at Santos, this is one of the main reasons why I look to move. So they've got an overall balance of 45 million or 45.5 million compared to Guarani's 4. The transfer budget is 18.3 million and the wage budget is 490k, of which we are not spending hardly any of. We could probably, I reckon we could probably go in there somewhere around that 25 million, 22, 25 million, 410k wage budget. The finances that are in place at Santos are infinitely better than Guarani FC. So I think this is the right way to go. In terms of the club vision, Actually, no, let's do club info first. Club info first. So we are the new manager. As you can see, we've sort of already installed the 4-2-3-1. Things going very well. Guarani, not Guarani, Santos, sorry, have a 3.5-star reputation. As I said, they are one of the bigger, better clubs in Brazil, and they've got very good players. Just not performing, and I don't know why. So I need to go in and sort of experience that. But in terms of their general information, fierce rivals are Corinthians, Palmeiras, and Sao Paulo. They're all local, obviously all based in Sao Paulo. We are currently going into the Copa Sudamerica, and we are predicted to finish third in the Serie A. Some icons that have come through the club, Felipe Coutinho, Neymar is one of them as well, Robinho. There's a good set of players that have come through Santos, and hopefully we could be looking to develop ourselves into one of these icons. Obviously, Pele as well, a legend that has come through Santos. So there's some very good pedigree coming out of this club in Brazil. So if we go into the club vision, let's do the club vision now. So I have to develop players using the club youth system, play attacking football, and play entertaining football. That is all part of the club culture. And within the 5-year plan, they want me to reach the final of the Copa Sudamerica, as they shouldn't really be in it. Americana, Copa Sudamericana, because they shouldn't really be in it. They should be in the Copa Libertadores. Serie A challenge for the title, reach the Sao Paulo State final, and Copa Brazil reach the semi-final. So high expectations on us. We've got some money. We can spend some money. We can pull in some players, and then ongoing just qualify for the Copa Libertadores. That's kind of it. It's pretty straightforward. I've been given a 2-year deal. Is that a 2-year deal or is that a 1-year deal? End of 2016. A 2-year deal. Yeah, 2-year deal. So that's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've obviously gone into the squad. Let me go into the tactics. I've obviously gone into the squad, and we're looking at our best team. And obviously you can see one of the main things for me, we've massively upgraded in terms of player ability. In goal, we've got Ivan. Now this guy is a vast improvement on Temperini, if you ask me. Doing very, very good things. He looks sensational. And we've got some really good players here. Really good one-on-ones, good reflexes, good handling, great positioning as well. As I said, I feel this is a massive, massive upgrade on some of the players that we have had at Guarani. The defense looks solid. In terms of the midfield, this is the guy the main reason I wanted to come and join Santos. This is Sydney here, 19 years of age, valued at 4.1 million. He looks sensational technically already. He's very good at Mazzala. He's very good at the advanced playmaker, which is where I would be playing him. Great passing technique, off the ball, teamwork, flair, determination. He is cracked out his mind. He looks very good. However, wanted by Arsenal. I don't want Arsenal to go and do it again. I tried to offer him a new deal. He doesn't want it, unfortunately. And his minimum fee release clause for foreign clubs is 14 million. So Arsenal would have to pay a lot for him. However, I would love to not lose him. I would love to keep him at the club. I think he can be a sensational player for us. But yeah, there is some work that needs to be done at this club. If you look at the squad, they don't have anyone who can play on the right or the left, really. They've got options, so many options in central midfield, centre back. They've got loads of options there as well. But we definitely need to recruit some wide players. So that is the area that I will be looking to improve on the most. Obviously, we've loaded up our tactic. Things should be pretty good, and I'm hoping that in the long run, we can turn this form around and actually do okay in the Sao Paulo State Championship. If we go into the Sao Paulo State Championship and we look at the stages and we look at all the groups, we are in a group with Guarani. I didn't even know that we were in the same group as Guarani. I knew we didn't play them because they weren't on our fixture list whilst we were at Guarani, but okay. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to skip forward a couple of days until we get to this first game when we take on Botafogo. Should be an interesting one. I will see you guys in just a few seconds. So then, guys, here we are. We are ready to take on Botafogo in my first appearance as Santos manager. Obviously, Santos not having the greatest of times in terms of the Sao Paulo State Championship at the moment. They find themselves down in 10th, and hopefully we can be the ones to start to turn that around. I've actually got opposition instructions that my assistant manager is actually giving me right now, which is fantastic. I do need to make a change here. Jonathan is going to drop in at left back. But other than that, guys, this is going to be it. So we've got Iwan in goal, Kadu, Verimuso, Kikai, Jonathan, Kevin Malthus, Matthias Jesus, Guzman, Sydney, Nico Lopez, and Cal Santos. This guy actually up front looks okay. I reckon he could score some decent goals for us, although I have just clocked. Not very consistent, doesn't enjoy big matches. He will be leaving. Absolutely guaranteed. I cannot play with a striker up front who isn't consistent and also doesn't like big matches. I've had this issue in my Glory Hunter save with Kevin Adeyemi, and I do not want that problem again. So we will submit this team. And, we've got to give a squad number to somebody. Go on, Derek. There we go. Let's go to the match. So that we've got some big additions to make. We need a new striker, and I think we need 2 new wide players as well. But this is going to be interesting to see how we get on against Botafogo here. So we go into the dressing room. If we play our game, we'll win. We're very capable of that. Obviously, we don't have the squad dynamic that we did have at Guarani FC. Potentially, the Santos boys aren't necessarily enamored with me too much at the moment, but fingers crossed that does sort itself out. Just checking that nothing has changed here. We are in the green with the white shorts as things stand. And in comes Santos. Early doors. Santos for Santos. Hits that one straight at the goalkeeper. Against a lower level opposition, he needs to be scoring these. Absolutely no doubt. Nico Lopez with this corner then gets thrown in. And Cabral gets that one into his hands. 2 early shots, both on target for us. As things stand, we're actually bottom of our group in the Sao Paulo State Championship, which is absolutely disgusting after 2 games. Guarani FC at the top. Interesting. Obviously, I built a good squad there, but it's very interesting to see. So there's Jonathan into Jesus. He's got space to run into. Down this left-hand side. Cross comes over to the right back, into Kadu. Kadu's still got it. We've got a shot block there. Sydney picks up the ball, recycles it nicely, goes back to one of the centre-backs. Look at how many players they've got back. This is going to be the case in a lot of our games now. And a lot of people aren't going to actually come and attack Santos. It has to be. And it is. Nico Lopez scores the first goal of the Hood era at Santos. He does look like a very tidy player, Nico Lopez, I must admit. So 16 minutes into our first debut game, we have the lead. And that is very positive for me to see. I'm looking forward in the next game. Actually, we do take on Palmeiras in the Sao Paulo State Championship, so I will be looking. I'm very interested to see how we do get on in that game once we face a bigger opposition in terms of stature, in terms of Brazil. And there's 2. Nico Lopez banging it in again, assisted by Sydney this time. 2 goals in 2 minutes gives us a very good start to life at Santos. Enjoying things so far. Free kick then. In it comes. Goalkeeper comes off his line very nicely and claims there. Hits that one long with the goal kick. No one's there. The right back gathers and advances down this right-hand side. Up the line to Santos then. Back into the right back. Can he get a good delivery in? He does, but it gets cleared. Veremoso picks it up out to Kadu, who I'm almost certainly going to call Cafu sooner rather than later, as he is Brazilian and is a right back. We are having so much of the ball here. Jonathan, the left back, has the ball then, advancing down this left-hand side. He's got someone with him. Can he put in a good cross? Into Sydney, who gets absolutely bodied in the penalty area. Nico Lopez with that opportunity to make this a 24-minute hat-trick. So goalkeeper goes the right way, but that is a good penalty from Nico Lopez. That is his 3rd of the season. As I said, he has tucked that away superbly well. 3rd goal of the game for him, just inside 25 minutes. Just as we're getting ready for halftime, I've just clocked the possession stats. 63% of the ball in this first half. Botafogo doing absolutely nothing with it thus far. And we are 3 goals to the good thanks to a hat-trick in the first half from Nico Lopez. Uruguayan, who does look very good. He is decent in big matches, which is good to see. However, he is wanted by Austin FC. Absolutely no shot that we are selling him off of this first outing. Everyone's getting complacent. I'm very pleased with your performance so far. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did at Guarani. Encourage. Guarani are still 0-0 against Corinthians, which is an interesting one to keep an eye on, as they are in our group as well. Looks like we are on the repair train, though. We are slowly turning this ship around. It was a very disappointing season for them last year, and hopefully we can turn it around. Jonathan with the long throw there. Keeper should gather that one. We need to start teaching people the long, flat bullet throws, I think. Need to find ourselves a right back and a left back who can definitely do that. Sydney knocks that one down into Jesus. Into Kev. Kev. Here comes Jesus again. Into Sydney. Nice spread of the play out to Nico Lopez. He's been an absolute handful for people so far. Still got the ball. Plays it against the man. Doesn't get it back. And here come Botafogo. Is this going to be their first opportunity? This defender, don't know who he is yet. Just stood there and watched him go by. But we've recovered it nicely. Not too nicely, though. Luis Felipe strike from range. First shot on target for Botafogo, and it goes in. I really thought that I've got a better goalkeeper now. Frustrating. Wanted a clean sheet on my debut. Let's try and do exactly what we're trying to do here and push the goals and push the tempo and get as many goals as we possibly can. That one is ruled out for offside. Let's see what happens. It is ruled out for offside because the man is behind the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, we're actually going to go to a very attacking style. Some of the players playing behind the man at the front, not necessarily doing their job. I'm also not very happy with Santos. But as I said, we don't really have anyone who can play on the left or the right-hand side. So let's try and take Guzman off for Simon. He looks okay. Nothing too spectacular, though. Do we have anyone who can play in this role or in central midfield? Let's see if we can take Jesus off. And that basically sums up this team. I've got people who can play absolutely everywhere. So let's have a look at Ivoni, I guess. Let's confirm that. We move forward. We're doing okay. I wanted the clean sheet. It didn't happen. 3-1 as things stand is positive. We need to work on our set pieces, I feel, in terms of this team. Good. Oh, I was going to say good interception. It wasn't. He's brought that down very well. Luis Felipe with the ball then, running down the right-hand side into Neto. Cross comes over. That's going to be 2, surely. It is. Soli. What is happening to this team? We go 3-0 up inside 25 minutes and they just get so complacent. That will need to change immediately. As Santos pulls us another goal into the lead. Back to 4-2. Restores that 3-goal advantage. I'm not happy in terms of the 2 that we have conceded. Not happy at all. As things stand, I think we climb up to 3rd in our group now. We need to finish inside the top 2. That is our main aim of the initial start of the season in this Sao Paulo State Championship. 5 minutes of this one to go. 4-2 up. Obviously, this is a lower league team. We need to continue pressing. We need to continue doing what we do best and putting the ball in the back of the net. Andre then, one of the substitutes. Here he comes. Driving forward. Into the penalty area. Cross comes over to the far post. Simon heads it against the post by the looks of things, and then Botafogo are able to get it clear through their man on the left-hand side. Highlight over. Guarani still 0-0 against Corinthians. It's a very good result for Guarani. Very good start to the season for them. Fair play to the boys. Jonathan with this throw, and then in it comes into the penalty area, and Santos hits the bar, and the ball goes out to play. A couple of minutes of this one to go in our debut as Santos manager. 4-2. We were at home. We are the better team. You know, it is what it is. The defense actually getting a good ratings all across the board, pretty much, despite conceding 2 goals. Not necessarily happy with that. Santos getting a good rating, and obviously Nico Lopez with the 9.2 following his hat-trick. I don't know what happened in the second half, but it wasn't acceptable. I agree. That's why I said it. It's that second half shambles. As things stand, though, we are up to 4 points now from our 3 games. 3 points out of 3 points for us individually as manager of Santos. As I said, we have Palmeiras coming up in the next few days. But what I'm going to do, guys, because it is the Sao Paulo State Championship, it's not quite league action. I'm not going to show you the Brazilian first round cup either. I'm going to actually bring you all the way back for this game against Corinthians. I think that's going to be a decent stretch for us. We can actually see how we're getting on in the Sao Paulo State Championship and see if I'm able to right this wrong at Santos and figure out what's wrong, get the players in that I need, striker, attacking midfield right, attacking midfield left, and hopefully we can start putting our head down and looking towards the Serie A. Obviously, we do have the Copa Sudamericana coming up, so that is going to be interesting as well. But yes, Corinthians will be the next game that you guys will see on the channel. So if you have enjoyed today's video, guys, and you are enjoying this series and you are excited for me starting a new journey at Santos, don't forget to drop a like on today's video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload of this Pentagon series. I'll be back for another episode of this on Wednesday at 5 PM UK. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there.